at a top robotics company in Japan this week. 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. I didn't know there was any other kind. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the 3rd, but the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before. And this next sentence, this is a quote. I'm writing this down. I've been doing this for years. This is serious, Linda, but you're never going to hear about this in the news.
A lot of viewers were skeptical, while others did not rule out the possibility of this actually happening. So I found this clip from an interview she did after the fact, where she explains in detail how she got this information and who was the whistleblower that actually conveyed this news to her in the first place. In the clip I'm about to show you, she also talks about how Elon Musk knew about these kinds of experiments and how he warned the world before this incident even happened.
July, August of 2017. In the prior year, I had been communicating with a Marine who had retired from the Marines but was working special forces. And he had been communicating to me about a number of ET-related revelations, secrets that he and a team of special forces were involved with. And so he had kept in touch with me, usually through short texts, or every once in a while, he would call and say, you're tapped, I'm tapped, I'm only going to speak for, and it would be like 30 seconds or a minute, and then hang up. And I understood why, and that was what we were doing. Well, it was in August of 2017. The phone rang, I picked it up. I knew his voice. Can't stay on the line long, but I want you to know that this week, which would have been I think second week of August 2017, in Japan, 29 humans were killed in a laboratory that was producing militarized robots by the Japanese for warfare. And then he went on to explain what he had learned, because they're in these units, that something like that would happen, they would receive information. And he said that the story was the 4 militarized robots were being made to be autonomous warriors. And that they don't know why, but the 4 rebelled or acted autonomously, and as they acted autonomously, they killed 29 humans in this lab, and whoever was left on the human side began pulling, this is the way he said, they began pulling the robots apart. They got 2 of them completely disassembled, were working on the 3rd, and then the analysis later was what happened with the 4th. The 4th was communicating with a satellite that they were teaching these militarized robots how to communicate with the satellites to get information on missions. And that the 4th robot was now extending up to the satellite and was searching for information about how to make itself stronger to take on, apparently, the remaining humans. What did they do exactly to that 4th? I don't know, but I understand they took it apart. Would they ever?
All right, Shalom, this is Gamali Allah, Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akin that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. This is a quick lesson, and as you see, basically you had 29 people killed by robots. All right, and you know, that's basically like the movie I, Robot. You know, you have that movie I, Robot, where basically the robots they begin to take over. They have a mind of their own, so to speak, and they begin to take over. And this is the dangers of AI, artificial intelligence. And, but this is also the results of the futurism of Esau. Okay. He has basically created something that he can't even control. All right. Because it's intelligent. It's basically artificial intelligence, which is basically infinite intelligence. So as you heard, the lady was basically saying, and I don't know how true this is. They're saying it's true, or she got the information from a Marine or whatnot. Which could be true. She could also be lying. So, take it with a grain of salt. But please believe that these robots do have certain capabilities of doing such a thing. So whether this in particular happened or not, these robots are linked to infinite intelligence via the web. Okay. So, like she said that the robot began to, rebuild itself. You know what I'm saying? They were shut down, but then the other robot, was able to rebuild itself. So yeah, it sounds like something out of a movie, but it's just to show you that, the path that the world is headed in is futurism. It's basically technology taking over everything. Now you have, fully automated stores like McDonald's. They got the first store without any human workers. They got Amazon, where you can shop around and they don't have any grocers. It's just basically you just grab whatever you need off the shelf and it'll automatically deduct, from your card or whatever. So yeah. So this is what's going on. This is and this is E basically wanting to be as the Most High, with his so-called miracles and his technology. That's how he's doing it. Isaiah 14 and 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. And also Esau ascending to heaven is through his satellites and space stations. And that's really how he's capable of artificial intelligence, is through these satellites. Okay, basically the ability to ping pong information back and forth at a very, very rapid speed. So you can basically these robots, well, the robots and all these things are nothing without the satellites. Okay. They rely on satellites to access information. So if you get rid of these satellites, then they're useless. All right. I mean, you could probably program it, but it wouldn't be tapped into any type of intelligent database. It wouldn't be able to be tapped into the cloud or the internet. It says, verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's ultimately what Esau wants to do, is be like God. Okay. He wants to create things. He wants to be inventive. He wants to, combat the Most High's creation, try to, add his touches to it, add his, or alter things. That's where you get the term artificial. Artificial is not natural. Okay. It's not the natural way that the Most High intended or created it. All right. It's artificial. It's man's way. You have man-made lakes. Just like, everything that's actually naturally occurring, the so-called white man has a version of it that's fake. Okay. Like I said, artificial, genetically modified. Everything is genetically modified. Everything is modified the key word being modified, which basically means changed. So Esau changed the natural state of humanity. So let's get Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, and the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Yeah, so Esau, he doesn't abide by the laws, let alone the Most High's laws, but they have what's called laws of nature, so to speak, which he breaks everything, man. He breaks everything. He has no moral ethics as it comes to, he has no morality as it comes to how to treat nature and, how to live, live simply. He has to, which he's also going into his blessing, which is the sword, which, if we're talking about robots, he is militarizing these robots. All right, these robots can run, jump, flip, dance, shoot. They got robot dogs. So yeah, he's militarizing these robots. So please believe that, he's gonna use it on the citizens, man. He's gonna use all this stuff on you citizens. All the things that he's creating is going to be used, and it has potential for corruption, So, but yeah, Esau is a corrupt leader. All right. Everything is wicked. Everything is defiled under his hand. Okay. But, going into, what's that? 2 Corinthians 2:11. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So yeah, we're not ignorant of his devices. We know that we know what he's capable of. We know that what he's trying to accomplish, which is the MOTB, which is a system, but he wants to create a new financial system, as well as, replace human labor, okay, through machines. All right, we're looking at the second industrial revolution, in which machines and computers will take over everyday tasks, automated cars, all these things, man, all these things are going to take place, Verse 12. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. That's the judgment that's going to come upon Esau, But like I said, he's basically, he's basically destroyed everything, man. He's destroyed each and everything, polluted every aspect of the earth that's natural, like I said, under his system. So this system must be destroyed. This beast system spoken of in Revelation, which is the Roman Empire, stemming from the Roman Empire. Okay, that image. Let's get that. The image. This is all a part of that image. All right. Everything that this devil is doing is a part of that image. Revelation 13 and 14. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast. Which, this also kind of goes into his miracles, going into his technological advancements. All right. These are, you have robots, like I said, that can flip. You have robots that can, robots that look human. You got robots that, can do damn near everything. Everything a human can do, robots can do. All right. It says, you got robots that can shoot a basketball. I don't know if you ever seen that, but they got robots that can play that can shoot a basketball and be accurate, 100% accurate every single time. But it says, which had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. Which that's talking about when the Roman Empire basically had fallen, and Jake had ruled during that period of time. But then it was revived through the Renaissance, okay? Through the rebirth of Rome, all right? But that image is him putting that vibration, that whole wicked vibration back in the earth. So this is all a part of that image, man. Everything that this devil was doing is a part of that wicked vibration that he's pushing out in the earth. You know, so, you know, that was pretty much the point. Just wanted to touch on that. And Lord, really, you were edified. I'm going to end off by giving all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.